as I sense they're coming through here from Spirit. You understand this? Feel just people taking her hair and yanking it, literally, as she comes through here. So I'm going to leave you with all that, and I'm going to say, God bless you. You understand? That makes sense to you? Okay, good. Because I don't know anything about you. We don't have any plants here. He's also, the gentleman's giving you, it's a knife, but it's like one of these, not Swiss, but it's like that. You know, if I were going to go camping, it's got the spoon, it's got different blades. Actually, as I see this knife, one of the blades is broken. He's also talking about a canoe or other type of water type of craft that's literally there connected. It needs to be repaired. If I were to take it onto the water, it would have leaks in it. And I just want to say here, I also want to talk about tenting type of equipment too, that also, it's not brand new, it will also leak. So before anyone takes that camping or tenting equipment out, make sure they do a thorough check and patch the parts that are leaks. You understand this? Because you wouldn't want to get there, have a downpour, and have it not function the right way. So I'm going to leave you with all that. I feel I want to give you some kind of scouting type of salute as well when this information's coming through. So I'm going to leave you with that, and I'm going to say, God bless you. Okay.
This is probably on many different levels, and probably not the levels that people might think that they're on. You've given me information about, so thank you very much.
Okay, well, God bless you. All right, now where do we want to go? My gosh, all these spirit people here. I know there's some very enthusiastic people here. Where do we want to? See, they're pulling me over here. And I was going to go over here, and now they're pulling me over here, so we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to pick on, there's a young lady with the white scarf and the glasses. May I come to you, please? Just say hello. Okay. You know, the first thing I want to say here is that what I am doing right now, you can do the same thing. But I want to also say here that with what you would be doing with this, you have to not care about what other people think. And I'm not talking about the people you'd be working with. I want to talk about like other mediums. Because the way that you're going to work, it's going to be completely, I feel on a very spiritual level with this, and I feel it's completely different than these other people. These people, they want to do the work, but they're not actually willing to do the work to get there. And there's a lady that comes through here from the world of the Spirit, and I feel like I want to tell you off. She has a big mouth, but you know, if she is direct and in someone's face, you know that she cares. That's the sense I'm getting here. It's almost like negative attention to someone that might even be a bit critical actually meant that she, because someone she didn't care about or didn't love, she wouldn't give them that type of treatment is the sense of getting here. And she does come through here from the world of spirit because I feel that some of these people around your vibration, you need to tell them off. The other thing I want to say here is I feel people that on a physical plane level, you would be giving psychic information to. It's not what they want to receive. You haven't done anything wrong. You know, you need to not let this affect you. I almost feel like I want to tell these people off as well. But as I sense the person, I also felt a lot of pressure, you know, in the back of my head. I want to talk about conditions of passing this way. I also want to talk about going to a physician. And it's almost like they haven't found out what's actually wrong with me. And I believed it. You know, I didn't take it further. And yet, the conditions still would have been there. You understand the warning types of signs. And I feel whoever I'm describing here, I'm with a gentleman from the world of spirit. He would not have believed any of this possible. This gentleman is the kind of person who would sit here in our audience, and he's going to try to literally try to pick it apart and find some type of logical type of reason. He wants everything to be exact. You know, I feel my pen, everything. It has to be exact. Very fatherly with the vibration. And as I'm really sensing this, but he's got a suit. He's looking at my suit. And it's not ironed the right way. It's not, you know, it's not exactly the way it should be because he's inspecting me. It's not about the content of who the person is. It's more on their appearance. You know, it's more about how they present, their presentation type of approaches here. Getting a compliment out of this man, very, very difficult. He's almost like emotionally very neutral or very flat. And he's got some kind of red wine here. And he's toasting as he comes to you because, again, through you, he's actually learning how to relate with people. This guy, if he sees a person, an individual, with a difference of opinion, he'll cut the person's head off. You understand this? And I'm hearing words here. Not all of these are in English, but they're words that we wouldn't say in a public type of situation. You understand this? Because he talks about people behind their back and he condemns them quite a bit. You understand what I'm talking about with this? And he's just saying here that your words also can get yourself into trouble, but you know what? It's better that you express them than internalize it and then let it affect you detrimentally, which is what you've been doing. And I could go on with you. There's a lot of, they're working emotionally and clearing a lot out here as well, is what I'm feeling here. And I could go on with you for like 5 years, but we're not gonna. So I'm gonna leave you with all of that. And say God bless you. You just have to turn it on.
Thank you very much.
And you understand. You can relate to that.
That's my father.
Yes. Okay. So God bless you. Okay. Now where do we want to go? Well, you know what I've got to do? I've got to pick on you, sir, with the red, with your arms folded, with the mustache. May I come to you, sir? They just pulled me through, and I've got a vehicle driving up here right now. There's a guy in the vehicle. He's been drinking, and he's got the vehicle. It's all stripped down. He's added things to it. Half the parts of it are going to fall off on the road. You know, if you find a vehicle part, you know whose vehicle it is. The police would know where to return it. This guy, very, very, I used the word reckless when I was describing someone else from spirit. I just feel that this, if I was a police officer, I would want to take this vehicle off the road. And I'm getting memories with this. And I feel I want to talk about someone who, if I had a problem mechanically with my car, this guy's going to be the first person to volunteer to fix it and work on it. Question is, would I want this guy monkeying around with my engine? Because he's going to make it worse. Not only that, if he finds a part in my engine that's a bit expensive, he'll take it for himself and I won't necessarily know about it. And I'm getting memories with this. Him working on someone's car takes parts out. Problem is people caught up on him about that, and they certainly would have affected how they would have related with him. But I do feel, as he's coming through here from the world spirit, I feel I'm dealing with more like an acquaintance or friend as opposed to relative type tie with this. I would be very reluctant with loaning him anything. And I'm not just talking about vehicles. Why? Because if you got it back, it probably wouldn't be in very good condition. Now, why they're talking about this, sir, is there's some situation, you see, you're very easy, I mean this nicely, that you can be very, very easily persuaded if someone says it the right way. Do not loan out anything of value, because you treat it very nicely, but the other party, first of all, they may not know how to use it the right way. It'd be like your lawnmower or something, one of those ones you ride around. Don't give it to the neighbor. Don't give it to the person asking for it, because there's some situation, you'll get it back, but then when you want to use it 6 months from now, it won't work, are the words I'm hearing. Because there's someone around you, they don't want to spend the money to get one themselves, they want to ask you for it. And I'm getting memories with this guy because he returns the stuff, but he's taken things out of it. And it's really ridiculous, because he expects the person not to know, the part is missing, so to speak. You understand this? And I also, I'm hearing brother, but I don't feel family with this. I feel I'm, on a friendship, acquaintanceship tie with this, so to speak. And he tells a lot of fish types of stories, to get the people to feel sympathetic to give him the things in the first place. So they're just suggesting here, you need to have a bit firmer boundaries. Because the stuff goes out, but it doesn't necessarily come back, and if it does, it's not in necessarily very good condition. Okay, you understand? You don't understand. That's okay. Because there's a situation here, and I just feel with this particular gentleman, I just want to say that a lady could be married. That didn't stop him from pursuing her. I'm getting situations like this. But I don't feel that this is someone who's close to you, sir. But what he is saying here is there's some situations here where whatever they would want to borrow, it would be of value. And when it's damaged, they're not going to be a person who's going to owe up or take responsibility for the damage done, and you'd have to replace it. You understand that? I also feel there's a man that comes through here from the world of the spirit, and I feel he's a shorter gentleman than myself, but I'm looking through some type of telescope type device, but I'm in a trench. So I'm definitely talking about First World War. And this guy pinpoints with accuracy enemy types of, I guess, the movement, so to speak. He shows me his watch. His watch is still in working function. And I feel that this watch, it's like something that's been burned or it's been around a lot of heat, is what I'm feeling here. But even, and I want to talk about, France, I want to talk about that particular theater. But he does come through here from the world of spirit, and he watches you. You understand that? The watch is still something here on a physical plane level. There's also a man, and I'm going back as well, who was in the military, and he worked with explosives, and he blew himself up. Now that was an accident. He would like to show off a lot, and I feel he had thorough training, but he's someone who was a bit incompetent. He shouldn't have passed the training. And yet this guy, he's blown himself up, there's nothing left. There's not even shreds of clothing. You understand? That's not in a war situation. It feels like 1950s or that types of memories with that. But he does come through here. So I'm going to leave you with all of that, and I'm going to say God bless you. What time is it? 15. Okay. Now, how many of you can see auras? Who can see the aura? Just raise your hand. Who can sense the aura? What do you see around me when we're doing this?
I see a beautiful an archway, and it's a back.
Oh, step away from the speakers, because that makes it.
Yeah, it's a U shape, and it's away from you, and it's got a beautiful gold, orange, and purple, and yeah, and I visualise a magistrate with me at some time down the line.
See, she's giving me a reading now. See?
And also,
If you want a free reading, that's all you have to do.
And also, I think you have a connection to the American Indians, which a lot of us have, because you have an eagle shape.
Yes, that's right. But my energy field is really expanded. This is big.
Very nice shape.
Now, when you work with mediumship, if you watch someone work, their energy field is going to fill the entire room. You might not see the energy field, but you will feel the energy field. You know, when the spirit people come in, sometimes the medium's mannerisms, their gestures, how they hold their body language, it resembles that of the people in the spirit world. Because we let them come in very, very, very close. But every single one of you, has this ability. Now, I just want to say, I'm going to work a little bit more too, but I want to just say one or two things. I'm around here till the 13th. I am available for private sessions, but I think I'm pretty much just about booked up. But if you're interested, there'll be a lady over here who can give you information. But I am going to be working at the New Age Spiritualist Mission. And there's material down here. And I'll tell you, if you want training,